I'm not. I'm just talking. I'm not gonna be like, can you clap your hands for what the Lord is doing? Jesus, man. I'm gonna have to throw this Bible to the side.
Oh, that's kind of.
Well, toss it, like slide it. Okay.
Start over. Because no, let me tell you why I stopped. I'm about to do like the. Yo, what's going on, family, man? It's Pastor Lav and Pastor Lisa, and we are here to celebrate too, and to tell you the truth.
The truth.
The whole truth.
Whole truth. Like the whole truth?
Absolutely.
Like you promised it. Hold on. Sorry, bring me a Bible. Your Bible. Bring me a Bible real quick. I'm gonna have you put your right hand on the Bible. You swear to tell the truth?
Is it this way or this way?
Right hand.
Okay.
The whole truth?
Who's watching?
Whoever watching the video. It don't matter. God is watching.
You're right.
You swear to tell the truth?
The whole truth.
So help you God? So
help me God.
All right, let's tell the truth.
Well, here's the Ratchet story of remedy. So, man, I don't know, babe. Starting Remedy was, it was real.
It was real. It was real. It was not normal. It was very atypical. Not a normal start, not a normal story, but it's our story.
It is our story.
And at the end of the day, we're here celebrating 2 years. So
2 years.
Yeah, talk about the start.
Man, here it is. So it's funny because when you go through like every church plant metrics, like you're supposed to like prepare for a year and you know all this good stuff. Tell the people, because I don't even want to think I'm lying. How many weeks do we have to start?
8 weeks. I remember like the joke, like I would be talking to people and I'm like, hey, I gotta go. I got 8 weeks to start a church. And they were like, no, I'm like, I got 8 weeks to start a church. And we would just count down, but 8 weeks to start a church.
8 weeks. But then, so look, we started to gather people. We started to have like our volunteer, volunteer meetings, and we're trying to get ready. And, we gathered these folks in the middle of a pandemic, probably wasn't supposed to, but they still came out.
We had on masks.
I don't even know what time I wore a mask. So,
I don't.
all the mask wearers, do your thing. Nothing wrong with it. I just know I didn't really wear them too often. But anyway, we had these people come and, we thought we were going to actually be able to have butts in seats in January.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we had, 3, maybe 4 volunteer meetings?
Maybe 4, I think. 4,
maybe.
We did just the month of November.
And then we had to shut it down.
That's it, COVID.
Then we had to shut it down and start an online ministry. How did you feel about that online, Pastor Lisa?
Well, it wasn't what I had always envisioned when it came to starting a ministry. I never envisioned us recording, pre-recording, doing certain types of things. I never envisioned us preaching to an empty crowd or to an empty sanctuary. That wasn't what I ever saw.
Facts.
But I knew what God told us.
Yeah,
I knew that God told us it was time to start. I knew that this was our time. And with that, that's what gave me peace. That's what gave me comfort, knowing that we were in his will. Although it wasn't what we planned, it was what he planned.
That sounds deep. Let me tell y'all the truth. I was talking about people who started virtual churches.
That's your problem.
Let me be 100% with you. People were calling me, telling me I started a virtual church, and I was telling them that they were stupid. I'm just being straight up with you. I'm like, a virtual church? That ain't church. I can't believe you doing that. The Holy Spirit don't dwell in YouTube. It's the devil's too. And I'm talking about, I was flipping out on people, and then legitimately, I was forced.
You were silenced.
Silenced.
Amen.
And we had to start a virtual church.
Yeah.
And then let me tell you how it goes. See, some people don't even know this. I don't even know if we ever told the church this legitimately. Our first service aired on January 3rd. Our first service aired on January 3rd.
You sure you want to share this? You sure you want to share this?
And
Are you sure
what people don't know is that we recorded our first service twice. because we hated our first service. like listen, I didn't like my preaching. I didn't like the singing. Like it was, and I'm like, this is our debut. And I remember coming, and we came, our service aired January 3rd. I think we recorded that. I want to say, I'm trying not to exaggerate. I think on the second, I'm gonna tell you why. It was either on the second or either on the first, because remember, it was like having issues on YouTube, and we thought it was like, it was so bad, guys.
It was a lot.
So bad. And then the infamous day we start, our service comes on 3 hours late.
Yeah.
3 hours late, baby.
Pastor was flipping chairs.
Oh my God, it's chairs!
There was a lot going on in the sanctuary. I thought we were saying the whole truth. You said the ratchet truth. You were flipping chairs in the sanctuary. Okay, never mind.
Well, actually, nobody saw that.
Deacon
because
Lorenzo.
Shout out to Deacon Lorenzo. He barred the doors and told everybody that I was praying. And I was really throwing chairs in the sanctuary. This is not like
truth,
a
y'all.
figurative throwing chairs.
Ratchet truth.
I was legitimately throwing chairs in the sanctuary. And shout out to my pastor. He was like trying to encourage me. Son, it's okay. It's all right. Maybe you can show this next week. I'm like, I can't show this next week. I said, Happy New Year. You can't say Happy New Year on the second week. Thank you so much, Pastor. God bless you. And I remember just trying to hang up with him. But man, all glory be to God.
Yeah, yeah.
That on that day, thousands of people watched.
Absolutely.
Legitimately, thousands of people watched. Yeah, and it was just amazing. It was amazing.
And from there on, God just continued to bless us. God continued to bless us. God continued to show us that we were exactly where we were supposed to be. And like we said before, it wasn't the ideal start. It wasn't the typical thing that you do when you plant a church, but we knew what God told us. And I believe that God blessed us for our obedience. And when we were finally able to have our first in-person service, 3 months later, it was amazing. We had hundreds of people in here. It was full. And we were just so excited. We were so excited. So here we are.
For sure. Remedy, man, like you guys have shown over these last 2 years, man, that you guys are in it.
Yeah.
You're in it. And no matter if it runs smoothly, no matter if it's rough, like you guys have weathered the storm unlike any, here it is, new church plant, baby church, 2-year-old church that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So man, listen, man, we are excited to be your pastors, grateful to be your pastors, and privileged to be your pastors. But really, this celebration isn't about what we did. You were the ones who came. You were the ones who served. You were the ones who watched. You were the ones who gave. You were the ones who were going all throughout the streets of Northeastern Ohio saying that the remedy is Jesus.
Yes.
And I think, man, you guys deserve every bit of kudos that you get and that you will receive in the future.
Remedy Church, in just 2 years, we have been able to do so much. I mean, from giving away thousands of pair of shoes to kids in the community, to feeding when it comes to our food pantry, partnering with major organizations, giving away diapers and formula to first-time mothers. You have done so much. You have come together and rallied. When Jalen Walker lost his life, we came together in unity. We held a unity gathering to make sure that we didn't forget about justice.
Yeah.
And as you said before, you know, we're still saying justice for Jalen.
Absolutely.
Like we haven't
we're
forgotten
still
that.
waiting on verdicts. We're still waiting on reports. We're still waiting to make sure that what has happened in our city gets rectified some way so that we don't see another Jalen Walker. The Jalen Walkers that I know, they go to our churches, they go to our schools, they are patrons of our businesses. And there's no way that, you know, we'll just stand back and allow anything to happen to our community to that degree.
So it's not just things here, but it's things in the community that we have fought, we have prayed, you have given of your time, your resources. You have really, really helped this church become what it is in just 2 years.
2 years.
We gave over $50,000 away in outreach in just 2 years.
No. You messed that up. 52,000 the first year,
52,000.
57,000
Come
the
on.
second year. I don't do math well, but I think that's like
Come
109,000.
on.
Like
Come
no,
on.
$109,000 in
In 2
outreach in
years.
2 years.
All I'm saying is, you guys should be so proud
Come
of
on.
you and of your church and what God is doing through this ministry.
And it's so funny because a lot of people, they recognize us because of the outreach that we do.
Yeah.
We have 3 things we always tell people, love Christ, love people, and then also build community.
That's it.
And so build community is the portion that a lot of people are like, oh my God, man, they're always out there. But here it is, love Christ is number 1. That's what we're always trying to tell you. That's why we're always preaching Jesus. That's what we're always trying to tell you to get your life right. Because loving Christ is at the top. But then loving people, when we thought that through, loving people wasn't the community. Loving people, we really meant it in our soul, is loving the community within and then building the community that was outside of the doors, 4 doors of the church, or we probably got like 15 doors in our church. But I mean, that's fine, you know what I'm saying? Which is another testament to how God is working. Because no 2-year-old church got 15 doors on their property. But here it is. And so I believe that we did right by the people in-house also.
Yes, we did.
And that even though we are the pastors, you don't want to hear from us about what we believe the church did and, how we believe we were moving and grooving. But there are also people that, have been here. Some started with us, some didn't, but they're here now. And I believe that the church is making great impact in their lives. So I would love for you to listen to them, and maybe you have the same feelings, but we'll see.
Watch this.
Happy anniversary, Remedy Church. What's up, everyone? My name is Maya. What does the Remedy Church mean to me? I would say it feels like home. I came here about a little over a year ago during my senior year of college at Kent State. And ever since then, I can say my life has truly, truly, truly been changed. The Remedy Church is nothing like any other place I've ever been to. The community is great. I've been connected to so many people over the past year. I met my best friend here. I got really connected to my pastors, and I just really feel like this is where I'm supposed to be.
We are about love, family, building community. And that's exactly what my church pastors, Pastor Lab and Pastor Lisa, do. They impress upon us how important it is to love God, to love our families, and to love our community. And we look out for each other here at the church as well as the community.
When I think of the church, it means love, it means family, it means togetherness and knowledge.
The Remedy Church has impacted me because I've been able to make lifelong friends with like-minded individuals. When I started coming to the church, I was seeking friendships that were from guys my age and who had a relationship with Jesus, and that's exactly what I found when I started coming here.
The Remedy has impacted me in several ways. I would say the person that I am a year ago today is not who I am right now. I have been taught how to be accountable for my life, for my decisions. I have been surrounded by community who feels responsible to hold me accountable for those, and I have developed friendships that I didn't even think would be possible, and I'm so grateful.
I'm grateful for the church because they've taught me so much. They're leading my spiritual way so that I know that I'm going to heaven someday, and I'm grateful to know that my soul is saved.
I would have to say that I'm grateful for the Remedy Church because it has pushed me out of my comfort zone. It's made me become way more self-aware, and just overall, I look forward to Sundays. I can't wait to get here every week and just be around people who truly love God and just be around that community that I've always been searching for.
I realized the church was a major part of my life when my dad passed away. And I needed support for that. And I knew as soon as I called, the first person I called was Deacon Nancy, and she was right there. She got a hold of Pastor. Pastor called to make sure I was okay. They let us use the church for my father's repast. And they've been a big support to help me through every bit of my dad's passing.
I encourage anyone, they're young ministers, yes, but they are here for all of us. It doesn't matter what age you are, what color you are, they are here for you. They'll show you love, they'll be there for you. The whole church is that way. We are members, but we're also family here with each other. And we do all that we can to promote our church and love on each other, and our pastors do the same. We know that they will be there for us, there's no doubt. This is my husband, Thomas, and we have been a member, like I said, from day one, and we're very pleased to be here and wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
Man, it is so good to see people who actually love the church.
Yeah.
Like, I know people love personalities, right? You like certain preachers, you like to watch things, you like to be around people.
I like to watch you. You're my favorite preacher.
Yes, got one.
Amen. I like you.
I sleep with her, but I don't know if that counts, but hey.
Amen.
But anyway, so, you know, people still love the church. Over the pandemic, people have had this overwhelming sense of walking away from the church.
Yeah.
You know, not coming back through, thinking that this community is not the community that they want to be a part of anymore. And then trying to paint the church as this place of like widespread diseases,
Yeah.
right? But we still go to the grocery store, and I don't know how many times you've picked up an apple and said, I don't want this, and you put it back.
Yeah.
And then somebody else picked up that apple. Man, I don't think that happens in the church, but we're still trying to figure out how not to come in to this space. Like, the church is a community for people, and you should feel at home when you go there.
Yeah.
They should speak to your soul. And if you just saw so many different generations, you got so many different ethnicities, so many different races, so many different genders, people who really love the church. So man, I don't care even where you're watching from. I don't care if you're just here to celebrate today. Find a local church that you can call home. Find pastors that speak to what you are going through, because the church still means something.
It does.
Come on.
It really does. And like I said, I'm just so excited. We're so excited. And one thing we're excited about is that you have chosen to make this place your place for spiritual enrichment, as my husband says all the time. So it is a joy to pastor you. It is a joy to come in every Sunday and during the week to love on you and to do this thing called life with you. It really gives our soul so much satisfaction. So thank you for that. But Remedy Church, can you do me a favor? Can you stand to your feet? Can you put your hands together? Can you give God praise for 2 years?
Let's get it.
2 years.
2 years.
Remedy Church, happy 2-year anniversary. We love you so, so much. But God, He loves you so much more.
Peace.